All right, well, welcome back to the iWealth podcast. Today we have an awesome topic. Theoretically, hypothetically, if I had $1 million or more, and maybe I came into some money, had let's just say an ancient relative that passed away, and all of a sudden I end up with this $1 million in my hand. Do I have a different set of options at $1 million to go out and invest with? Versus maybe the $24 that I usually have on a daily basis.
Well, it is interesting. So 27 years in this business, $1 million is still a lot of money, but there's a lot more clients that we deal with in that neighborhood, Matt. It's just the inflation and the stock market and growing accounts, and all of a sudden people are retiring, but they have $1 million there. And the answer is, yeah, there are some different options. We're all trained on ETF and mutual funds and stocks and things like that. And those are all tools, bonds, those are tools that we use. But there are companies out there. For instance, we have a company that we work with that's a boutique firm, and they have $1 million minimum. So somebody has 1.5 million or something. We can hire that firm to do their individual customized management for their investment. So think of this. So you're 65 years old, you've been working hard all your life, you got 1.5 million in your 401k, you roll it into an IRA, and now you hire this boutique firm. So you have your advisors, us, that are helping you with making sure your will is done and healthcare directives and titling of assets and beneficiaries and all that long-term care, all them planning things that we deal with, taking care of that. But the money management side, we outsource to a boutique firm that gets to know you. You have a conversation with a CFA, a certified financial analyst, that will talk to you personally along with us, and we'll put together a customized portfolio and talk about how much money do you need to take out of this every month to live on. They'll manage a stock-bond ratio. They'll buy individual bonds, individual stocks, not because you picked them, because they picked them. So now you have research behind the scenes that are being done on the individual securities. You have a CFAs that putting together your portfolio that's customized, and there's no track record because it's your portfolio. And each quarter, if we have a quarter like we're in now where the markets are volatile, we can get on the phone with that CFA. Either I can or I can with the client and have a conversation about what they feel is going on in the market and what changes are they making. So it's a really customized solution. Now, you can't get it for $200,000.
Sure.
And you're back to your mutual funds and ETFs and things like that. But there are some customized solutions. What's interesting is the world that I live in. There are people that do what I do, that sit in their office and create portfolios. And that's fine. And maybe that's their value proposition. But I believe if you can outsource that to somebody that can customize a solution for you, you have a better chance of winning long term than the advisor sitting in their office in southern Minnesota picking that mutual fund portfolio or ETF portfolio or stock bond portfolio. I believe in outsourcing that. But there are some more tools at $1 million. So do the rich get richer, whatever you want to call it. But you just, when you slice up that portfolio, you need to have so much money in there so that you can buy individual bonds and securities. And you can't do it with $100,000. So they just set the floor at that $1 million.
At the $1 million. Huh.
Yeah.
So when you go through and guide a client on that process, is it very early on? Because people, when they come to sit down with you, are assuming that you're doing that part of it, right? So it's surprising to hear, you think about a wealth manager, a financial manager, right? Somebody like yourself saying, let's outsource that. Is that a surprising conversation for a lot of the clients?
It might be on the initial intake, but I don't think it is after I explain it. That the fact that what I just got done saying about, do you want me selecting those individual securities or somebody that
does that every single day as their full-time job?
That's right. And they have research worldwide, and they're taking that research and they're buying individual securities on your behalf for you based upon your asset allocation you want, your risk level, and how much income you want down the road. And I think the value proposition there is a lot higher than me pretending like I'm smarter than somebody else picking those individual securities for somebody else.
Yeah.
So, but and this is a guess, 90 to 95% of advisors though, that's their value proposition, is picking your portfolio for you.
Yeah.
I just believe in if the portfolio is large enough to outsource that, let us do the planning and help make sure that you're making smart decisions with your money.
Yep.
Around taxes, around charitable giving, around transferring of your assets, protecting your assets. Let us work on those pieces and outsource the money management side of it.
So on the money management side, the boutique version of what you're talking about versus like at Vanguard, they have, a service that kind of does something similar to that. Why use this type of service over, say, like at Vanguard where they have a assigned account manager, right, for that? How are those two worlds different?
Yeah, so Vanguard, very good firm, and we use some Vanguard ETFs and funds as well. However, it's not customized to your specific situation. Vanguard has portfolios, or mutual fund companies have portfolios that you can put your money into, and it's a 60-40, or it's based upon risk. This specific situation takes into account what you and your family want to have happen.
So like if you have a bunch of farmland, or if there's other things that don't necessarily show up on the normal investments, then if you have outside, whatever that other company is that doesn't really show up as a normal investment.
Yes, but also even furthermore from the standpoint of making sure that those stocks are aligned with your values. So maybe we have people that want to be in just Christian-based stocks, so we can do it that way. Maybe people want to be in...
Yeah, you're not asking your guy at Vanguard, hey, is this a Christian-based company?
Right. And there's some ESG ETFs and things you can invest in. It's just a different situation. It's not putting everybody in together. It's a customizable solution. And then back again to the advisor. The advisor, our job is to manage the manager. So is that boutique firm really doing what they say they're going to do? Yeah. And are they doing it correctly? And that's who we choose to work with. And it could be XYZ, the next company, if they don't do their job. That's our job, my role. And my other role is to make sure that the family is well aligned with their values. So again, with charitable giving and with protecting the assets, transferring it to their kids when they can handle it, those type of solutions.
Totally cool. Yeah. Totally cool. Well, I learned a lot here, so I like
All right.
that. We will see you back here next time on the iWealth podcast.
Thanks, man.